We are feeling festive this week with television star Cameron Mathison.
And wait until you hear my big announcement.
Welcome back to another episode of Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Sharon. We had a very nice long holiday weekend celebrating our veterans.
It was a wonderful weekend.
Thank you for your service. And it was it just remains beautiful. We're in like a severe drought. We're like 10 inches less in a rain deficit.
Yeah.
And, we're loving it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's awesome.
Fine.
It's awesome.
It's a little cold.
A little chilly. Not bad, though.
A little nip in the air.
I had to find my seat heater for the first time in my car the other night. I was like, where is this thing?
I've been starting my car.
Ooh.
I don't
even know if I can do that. I don't think
yes,
I
you can.
I don't know. You think so?
You new whip? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I
got
haven't
all the
figured it
bells
out. I
and
haven't read the
whistles.
manual. Sharon, so on this beautiful fall day, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
Good. We have a very special guest today.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, well, it's not every day that Sharon and I get to interview somebody like Cameron Mathison, who is on the show today. So before we get to that, though, and we'll tell you all about Cameron Mathison, and he, if you don't know Cameron Mathison, by the way, he is a soap star. He was on All My Children and is now on General Hospital. He was in Hallmark movies. He was Entertainment Tonight, Dancing with the Stars, Good Morning America, and now is on the Great American Family Christmas movies, which we're just so excited that 'tis the season.
It's happening.
And he's here to talk to us about this amazing new festival at UBS Arena that kicks off in a couple weeks. But in the meantime, I got into the holiday spirit on Veterans Day on Monday. Tegan and I went to the city.
I love it.
And
I love that you're able to see this.
it was so awesome. I mean, just beautiful. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was gorgeous on Monday.
I mean, and so we go to the city. Like, there's just, if you are feeling down or whatever, like, bummed, whatever, not in the spirit, all you got to do is get on that LIRR or a plane or whatever you need to do and get to New York City. It's so festive. All the little rickshaws are riding around with Christmas music, and all the stores are decorating their windows. And it's
so
like
pretty.
sneak peek of all the windows. And the Rockefeller tree is hoisted. It's not lit yet, but it's under construction. And it was so cool. I was telling you, so Tegan and I were laughing because this is something I didn't know. I've seen the Rockefeller tree many, many times because we go every year. But did you know, because I've never seen it being put together.
Right.
So they just hoisted it. And then we go to check it out, and it's got all the scaffolding and stuff and like a little thing. So you can't see the front of it. And it's pretty well hidden. But they've got the crews there with the big giant branches, and they're hoisting them up. And I didn't know that they fluff up the holiday tree. The Rockefeller tree gets a little touch up. Okay. Who knew? Tegan's I'm like, the Rockefeller tree is getting hair extensions.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I'm here for.
Yeah.
I bring it on. Okay.
Well, how badly do you want to do that with your own trees when you buy them from farms? You're like, this spot
Just
right
a
here,
little bit.
just missing a little.
I mean, and
There's
Tegan
a hole in this spot.
Tegan goes, the Rockefeller tree is getting a BBL. I mean, it is it's getting fluffed up.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Did you know that? I mean, I've never heard. So we're sitting there, and the security guards, everyone's watching it and having a good time. The security guards were totally engaging the crowd. It was a very light crowd. It's just amazing. If you go before, you get really close.
Yeah.
And we're just hanging out, watching it. And so they picked up pieces of the little branches and gave me and Tegan a little tiny piece of the Rockefeller tree. I'm like, oh my God. I told her, I'm like, go back and press it in your journal.
So
it's not every day or everybody that you'll remember that for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I wonder how you can preserve it even more. Because if it dries, then the needles will fall off. I was thinking about that after you told me. Put it in a picture frame.
It? Oh, a picture frame. That's a great. Sharon, I hadn't even thought of that. If
Yeah.
can you imagine putting it in my journal and like the needles just fall off and be like, what?
Open up your journal and like sprinkling pine needles.
I didn't think about that. I don't know why I didn't think about that happening.
That's why I honestly hate a real tree.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Because of all the pine needles.
I know.
I can't stand the cleanup in June when you're still sweeping pine needles.
Sharon's not here for it, people. Listeners.
I do have to say Walmart is doing, like everybody's doing their Black Friday, but that's like a good place to order Christmas decorations.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're doing like the early bird Black Friday deals from like right now.
Okay.
I think I'm going to purchase it because it's like ridiculously cheap. The snow covered fake tree.
Oh. Yeah,
So
the phlox.
pretty, right? Pre-lit.
Like white?
Yes.
Only if it's in my opinion, only if it's an extra tree.
Why?
If it's an extra tree, you can do that. You gotta have the traditional tree, right? Michael's nodding. Michael agrees. 2 to 1. Although I could see you loving it. You and your long, fluffy white coat that you were wearing. I was like,
my tree skirt is like a gorgeous
fluffy white
fur.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it. No, that's scream Sharon.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I could totally see it. I could see. But it's just magical. We went into the Louis Vuitton store because
If you know, you know.
if you know, you know. Louis, I'm here for it all day. And it was so cool. Like the whole store looks like a stack of Louis Vuitton trunks,
It looks
like
so
luggage.
cool.
The entire facade of the store. I'll send it to you, Michael. It is the coolest thing you've ever seen. And of course, it's like an attraction in and of itself. And so I went in because, you have to. Mm-hmm. And it's however many stories. And they said that it's only till November 15th. And then they're opening up a brand new flagship store across the street right next to Tiffany's. That's going to be 6 stories and have a restaurant and everything. So this one's going to be closed. So I felt so lucky that I got to go into that store.
I love it.
It was dangerous. Stranger danger. Okay. And here's the update on my slow shopping, Sharon. Mm-hmm. Not so slow.
Not so slow.
Just shopping a lot. Because you said like a lot of the stuff, they're already on sale. And I'm like, I got to buy it. And I've already lost track.
Right.
I've already lost track of, there's boxes everywhere.
What?
I need to hurry up and like write down a list because already I've just been like clicking Apple Pay. I have no idea what's going on.
Right. Isn't it scary?
I'm very afraid. I'm very afraid. And I'm also just unhinged with my Christmas shopping at this point. So I need to get some strategy behind it.
Yeah.
So
I
just need to tell you that
that's
slow
a good
shopping.
update.
I'm like,
thank you.
I'm not so slow, not so economical at this point. But so fun to get in the spirit. And I can't wait to go back. When Kinsey gets in town for Thanksgiving, we're going to go back the night before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And watch them blow up the balloons.
I love this.
And by then, all the windows will be up. Oh, but did you hear the tea?
What?
Speaking of, I took one of the pictures of Saks. Because Saks Fifth Avenue, for those of you who don't know, is right across the street from Rockefeller Tree, where you see it. And so they do this amazing light show.
Yes.
And they just announced they're not doing it. It's their 100th anniversary.
Oh my gosh. Why are they not doing it?
Let me tell you, the backlash.
Yeah, that's some tea for
People,
sure.
I just saw it on like CNN or CNBC, and
but
people
why,
are like, "What?"
What's their excuse?
A lot of factors, quote unquote. Obviously, they're just cutting costs, I guess. I'm like, on your 100th anniversary,
right?
And they're like, the luxury goods market hasn't been, what it used to be. And I'm like, that's not what it looked like when I went into Louis Vuitton or Tiffany. It looked packed.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm saying Bloomingdale's is doing their Wicked theme, so
I love that.
Can't wait. And there's a lot going on in Long Island too, and we're going to tell you all the wonderful holiday things going on in Long Island. But real quick, we have. Speaking of luxury goods and decadence, we have an incredible Long Island taste of this week.
We saw this.
I was like, I'm sorry. In case you're not seeing
watching
it on YouTube.
So yes, Limani Grille.
Yes.
I love this. There are multiple locations on Long Island, but this one is from the one in Commack. we frequent this place.
Yeah,
I would say. It's right down the street from our office.
And it's beautiful.
It is so beautiful.
It's a beautiful restaurant, first of all. I've never once had a problem getting a table. You go right in. The service is great, light and bright. And clearly the food is incredible.
Clearly the food. The Limani Grille in Commack, providing customers with the best ingredients, produce, seafood, and fish that the world has to offer, all made possible through relationships with purveyors, farmers, and fishermen domestically and from the Mediterranean. Give the gift of an unforgettable dining experience this holiday season, or even book your team's holiday party at their beautiful restaurant. To learn more about Limani Grille, visit limanigrille.com. Again, that's limanigrille.com.
Yeah, and let's just help you spell. It's Limani. That's how you spell Limani Grille, and it's grill with an E.
Yes.
So LIMANIGRILLE.com. In case you don't know what we're looking at, it's an entire lobster,
and it's staring right at me.
It's literally looking at Sharon, and it's full eye contact with Sharon. And in the middle is this beautiful, it's lobster linguine, and it looks incredible and smells incredible. We're not going to dig into it now because that would be really embarrassing. But it's gorgeous. So thanks, Michael, for the nice display. And thank you to Limani Grille. And again, indoor and outdoor
such a great place.
Dining. Yeah, it's really a great place for a holiday party if you're going to do just like even a happy hour or a lunch. Yeah. It's really cool. So highly recommend, and thank you so much for being our partner. I wanted to tell you some other Long Island news, which I didn't even know about this. It's kind of sad news, but the famous voice. Were you going to say this?
Yes.
In your celebrity or what?
No.
You can say it.
No, you can say it because I don't remember his name. Rick something.
Oh, I have it. Van Richie.
Van Richie, the voice of the Long Island Railroad's stops.
Michael just pointed at our notes, by the way.
Yeah,
Michael's
he's like, read the notes.
It's in your notes.
Please.
Our producer's like, I told you this. Sorry, go ahead.
So he's like, I'm the one who brought it.
Yeah.
Girls.
I'm like, guess what I know? And he's like, it's literally in the notes there holding your hand.
But
cool.
Yeah, awesome. No, so you're right. It is sad news. He's passed away. But he is the most iconic Long Island Railroad voiceover, announcing all the stops and the way he announces them, because we do this all the time. We're always like,
I do it all the time. I do it. I had no idea that there was a real person behind this voice. And when I heard this, I'm like, next stop is Ronkonkoma. It's so awesome.
He was awesome. And how many people talk about him, like when they ride the rail?
It's ingrained into your brain as a Long Islander. Next stop.
Wanta next.
Next train to Mineola. It's awesome. I honestly thought it was like a computer generated thing. I had no idea it was a real person. Yeah. So, cheers to Van Richie, who was 80 years old, and he had an illustrious voiceover career, and did many things, but he is in our hearts for his train voice.
Yes. Yeah, and people say we have radio voice. Yeah. He has train voice.
Oh, do people say that? I don't know. I get you have a radio voice. Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you do. You've always had that soft Sharon voice. I'm
like Lila.
Yeah, exactly. No one tells me I have a radio voice, but that's okay.
That's fine.
But yes, I love it. Next stop,
Ronkonkoma.
And I love saying that. I used to call it Ronkonkoma.
Somebody had posted a meme or a comment or something, and it was next stop. Heaven.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's sweet. Yeah.
So rest in peace.
Oh, that's really sweet, Michael. You should always interrupt with that information. That's amazing. So as long as we're talking about people that passed away, I just actually heard today, I'm going to chime in something personal. Somebody that I knew and was very, very important to my career, I just found out she passed away. And I don't know how old she was, but certainly in her probably mid to late 80s. But her name was Sherry Henry. And she was a mentor. She was, when I left, she had just retired as the director of the Arizona Office of Tourism.
Okay.
She did not work there when I worked there, but she was the first female president of the Fiesta Bowl. She was a longtime hotelier, a general manager, a leader of many hotel groups. She was the head of the Arizona Tourism Alliance. She was like in Arizona tourism, a true trailblazer. And I remember she was a great supporter and mentor of mine. you know, she's kind of from a different era. I remember her one time she wrote in when she was obviously much younger. She skated into an event that we did because she was what was it called? Like a car hop.
Oh, with
growing
the waitress?
up. She was a car hop. So she would roller skate around. So she actually one time roller skated into an event and I was like, I don't know what's happening.
I love that.
She was like very positive and very sweet. And you have to remember that back then to break into leadership roles as women.
Yes.
I think so many times we as women, and especially what I see so often in young women, you forget about the women that paved the trails for us and what they went through to be able to be in those leadership roles.
Yeah.
And always peppy and nice and kind of like very feminine, but make no mistake, this woman was smart
That's amazing.
and savvy, but she, you know, always very positive. And I remember the first day they asked me to be the lobbyist, and I'd never been a lobbyist before, but I was the communications person for tourism. And she, at the time, was the director of the Office of Tourism for the state. And a lot of people were skeptical about, you know, rightly so. I was never been a lobbyist before, and I was now representing the state. And they had fired two very well-respected contracted lobbyists to bring it in-house. And so I saw her, and she's like, oh, my gosh, congratulations. We were at some reception. And I will never forget this because I remember what she said all the time, and I keep it to heart. And she's like, how are you? You know, we're so excited to have you. How are you feeling? And I said, gosh, you know, and I could talk to her. She was the kind of woman you could really be honest with and talk to. And I said, Sherry, you know, I'm kind of scared, to be honest. I'm like scared that I want to make sure I do a good job. And it's a lot of responsibility. And she goes, you know what? It's good that you're scared. You should be scared.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know, and that's how I know you're going to do an incredible job.
Aww.
Because you're not taking it for granted.
Right.
She's like, it's when you get comfortable and when you're not scared that people tend to mess up.
Yep.
So she's like, you're going to be wonderful. We're all behind you. And, you know, and you've got our support, but you're going to be just fine. And I think about that all the time. And we had a conversation similar to that today.
Yeah.
You know, don't get complacent. And I live in a constant state of, what have you done for me lately? I'm in fear. I have to always be performing. And that's, you know, that's excellence.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true.
And anyway, so RIP Sherry Henry. And she, you know, not everybody's lucky to have great mentors like that, that have always been in your corner and supportive. And she was just exemplary of what women should do and how women should support each other, especially as, you know, tomorrow I'm going to be at the HIA Ally Women's.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
Conference where I'm doing a fireside chat with Erin Colton from News 12. I'm very excited. But it is so important. And again, it's like, you know, women don't, my daughter's talking to me about her college roommates and stuff and how they're like, oh, you know, whatever, women's rights, it's fine. And I'm like, do you know that women were not allowed to have a checking account outside of their husband until the 70s?
So crazy.
We were not allowed to have an individual checking account. If you're listening to this and you're a young woman, don't take it for granted what women before you and before me have gone through to allow us to have
what we have today.
So, and Sherry Henry was a big part of that. So thanks for letting me do my little eulogy to her. Okay. So we are for sure in the holiday spirit. And one of the biggest things we want to tell you right now is that UBS Arena has the Great American Family Celebration going on their plaza all winter long, kicking off on November 22nd. And here today to tell you all about it is Cameron Mathison. And let me tell you, we told him about you. He is an incredible television star across so many different shows. Like I said, soap operas, Hallmark movies, and now he's in the Great American Family movies. Entertainment Tonight, Dancing with the Stars. And Sharon and I were lucky enough to have a few words with him.
And now let's hear from Cameron Mathison.
Okay, Cameron, welcome to Long Island Tea. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
And I have to say, your background, you've got us feeling so festive and in the holiday spirit already.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I try. This is the only corner of the Mathison house that's kind of decorated. This is in my bedroom, but but it's coming. It's building. It's like little
Slowly and
sections, right?
surely, right? Like that's how you do it.
Yeah,
I love it.
and I was going to say that is not a set. That is your actual bedroom. That looks like the most beautiful, peaceful place ever. So we're all feeling very jealous. But we're really excited because you are here to talk about, and we're going to talk about you for a minute, but you're here to talk about an incredible new program that's going to be at UBS Arena, and it's going to be here all the way through Christmas starting in November, and you're going to tell us all about it. But before we talk about that event, we really want to talk about you and your incredible career. I mean, people probably know you from All My Children.
Maybe. Yeah. This dance. Yeah. I was that dance show. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, before reality shows, right? The soap operas, and the soap operas are still going alive and well. And you know, Cameron, Long Island is the home of Susan Lucci, obviously, the great.
I know that. I've been to her house in Garden City. I mean, Susan's a dear friend of mine. I've played golf with her son and her late husband, and Susan's a dear friend of mine. In fact, when I'm out there for the festival, I am going to give her a little message just in case we can meet for a little tea or coffee or something.
She likes when I seen her, she likes a hot water with lemon. Just you know, no, but we're big All My Children fans, obviously, and you also have been in Hallmark movies. And my favorite thing that you have done most recently, I'm just going to be honest, I'm a huge Dancing with the Stars fan. And I'm curious, like, are you watching it still? Do you watch it? And do you have a favorite this season?
I'm not watching it this season. So what happened when I did Dancing with the Stars quite a few years ago, I ended up working with Good Morning America as a correspondent, and then for many years, and then also Entertainment Tonight. And all through those years, those two jobs, I was covering every single night, every season, every complete competitor. So that was probably for about 12 years. And after that, I've just kind of like Dancing with the Stars out. Like I was so like that deep in it.
Yeah.
I need it's like I need a little breather.
Dancing with the Stars detox.
I do love so many people there. I'm still friends with a lot of the dancers. Dina Katz, who's executive producer, who cast me way back in the day. Like I love checking in a little bit. Like I'll just kind of check in, but I don't have a horse in the race. I'm not really sure who's going to take home the mirror ball this season.
Oh, it is such a good season, and I love that it's such a great family show, and that's what it sounds like your career has really been about. That it's been about family-oriented shows, television shows, and that's really what a great legacy you have. What a great history you have.
Well, I appreciate that. I think that's it's very authentic to me. It's a big part of like who I am as a person, and super duper family guy and hands-on dad through the years, although my kids are a little bit older now and they're off in school on the other side of the world, but I'm so happy for them. But yeah, no, and it's true, like between hosting a talk show called Home and Family, which was very family oriented, between a lot of obviously the Christmas movies and the TV movies I do at various places, including Great American Family, spreading positivity, spreading good virtue and meaning out there. That's really nice for me. I'm still in the soap opera world. I'm on General Hospital. My character at the moment isn't the most Great American and family friendly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'll just kind of leave some of his
tea right there.
Yeah. Well, that's the more fun character,
general,
though.
There's a lot of goodness there too.
Okay, that's great. Well, I've always heard that the villains are way more fun to play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's yeah, I've never ever been disliked in any role I've ever done as much as this. So it's good practice for me. It means I'm doing something right. Drew, like my character Drew, is going off on a little bit of tangent. It's all in the name of love. He's fallen head over heels for this person, but this woman happens to be married to his nephew, and it's messy. But you know, like that, they were already having problems. Like there's more to go.
So much drama.
Yeah, we know that it's not. Yeah, that's always because there's already a symptom there. It's not your fault. There was something wrong in the relationship to begin with. No, I'm telling you, you've sold me. I totally want to watch it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sucked in by your description.
Yeah, check it out. And by the way, that's just like a frat. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot going on over there. So yeah, please check it out.
Oh my gosh, no, that sounds juicy, and that's what Sharon and I are all about.
Spilling the tea, right?
Exactly.
I'm getting apples thrown at me in the supermarket.
Oh,
Oh my God,
no.
people are that passionate about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, this is great. Well, hopefully this won't happen when you're here on Long Island. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
exactly. Because Long Island is hosting the first Great American Christmas Festival here on November 22nd, which opens the festival. And we're so excited to have you here, the park at UBS Arena. You'll be sharing the stage with some incredible stars. So what can fans expect from the festival, and what are you most looking forward to do at the event?
Yeah, I think, I'm looking most forward to being there with other people that love to celebrate Christmas and just kind of get into the magic of Christmas and all things. This is going to be the first of its kind, right? So, from what I understand and what we're intending to do, it's going to be a really total Christmas immersive experience, almost like you're in your own Great American Family Christmas movie, right? We're going to have ice skating. We're going to have what we call karaoke. We're going to be screening some of the movies coming out. So the weekend that I'm there, the 22nd, like you said, the first weekend that kicks off this over a month and a half, whatever it is, 6 weeks long festival. Candace Cameron Bure and I are in a movie together. Then Danica McKellar and Trevor Donovan are in a movie together. So the four of us will be there that first weekend, and we'll be screening and previewing the movies that will be airing on Great American Family very, very soon. They're already airing. Christmas has already started.
It's already started. It's crazy.
But there's going to be like tree lightings every night. There's going to be decorating. There's going to be Q&As, a little bit of autograph signing for some of your favorite Christmas movie stars. There's going to be, it's actually going to be very, very an immersive experience. And hopefully you're going to leave loving Christmas even more and feeling like you just got a taste of what it's like to be in a Great American Family Christmas movie.
Well, that is awesome. And so, speaking of Great American Family Christmas movies, because we were just talking right before we went on air about how excited we are about this season, where these movies come out. They're so feel good. They're campy, let's be honest, but that's what I love about it, you know? And we always say that like Long Island is very much like your own kind of Christmas movie like that. Every one of our downtowns has its own local theater that's struggling with a Christmas production, and there's a cute coffee shop. I mean, I don't know that all of the towns have a Cameron running around in there, but it's so great to just, it's fun. You get into the season watching these movies. What do you think is the appeal of these movies that draws people in so much?
Yeah, it's a good question, because there's a lot of people that you'd be surprised that really watch these all the time. Like, it's a really, really broad audience, and that audience is growing. And the reason why I think it's growing, and I think a lot of people would agree, is there's something super magical about the holiday season, about Christmas season. And I feel like it's a very beautiful escape from reality. You're connecting into this world that you love, and you've got nostalgia with, and you've got all these memories from your own Christmas traditions and things like that. And you might be learning some new ones. And I think there's the love story. There's a really sort of gentle and, pretty, I don't want to say obvious, but there's always a love story.
Of course. They're like, the girl comes, the big city girl comes back and has to, and it's the hometown guy. Yeah, no, and listen, over and over and over again, I'm here for it.
Yes.
We need a little, but I think a lot of the other reasons is there's not a lot of things that we watch on television that really does have a lot of really positive takeaways, like a lot of beautiful messages of love and compassion and generosity and giving and selflessness. And it's not like banging you over the head with it. It's just part of what Christmas season is about, hopefully for everybody. And we try to really illustrate it, gently and beautifully in the movies. And I think that feels good. Like, we know it feels good. That's why people just need that. They need that in their lives. And hopefully they take some of it from what they're watching on Great American Family and they bring it into their life. So that's the goal for sure.
That's awesome. And so obviously you're coming on November 22nd, but have you been to Long Island before?
I've been in Long Island many, many, many times.
What is your most memorable experience?
I lived in Manhattan for 12 years when I was on All My Children. And a lot of what I did on the weekends was on Long Island. I obviously went out to the beach a lot in the summertime in the Hamptons area. That was an incredible experience. Just really one of the most beautiful places on earth. I'm also a big golfer, and some of the best golfing in the country, maybe the world, is on Long Island. Even some of the public golfing. I go to Bethpage, I think it's State Park, and then there's some famous courses there, including the Black Course. And that was one of my favorite stories at the time. Back in the day, one of the women that would check people in was a big fan of all my children, and it was very, very hard to get a tee time. So I would show up at like 5 a.m, by myself, and she'd be like, "I got you, Cameron. I got you, Ryan." My name on the show was Ryan.
Oh, that's so funny.
That was really fun. And it was a big show, part of like Long Island for me. And then my friend Susan lives on Long Island. I have other friends who have family on Long Island that I stay in touch with. I've done a lot of things, but one of my favorite things about it was the people. And I'm assuming that All My Children back in the day was a very big show. These shows are very location specific. And I think Long Island was a very big ABC All My Children world, because I'd go there and I'd feel like I was home. I'd feel like I'd be hanging out with my people. And even though I'm a Canadian guy and I'm not a New Yorker, I was always welcomed, and it just was a very, very, very good vibe for me. So I'm looking forward to being back.
It is a great community, and we love ourselves some Susan Lucci. She's our queen, but this time of year, Mariah Carey is our queen. She's also from Long Island, so we love to talk about that. But did you know the Ryder Cup is going to be at Bethpage next year? You're
Next year?
2025. So we'll see you there, I guess, right?
I usually know all that stuff. I can't believe I don't know that. Man, I used to play that course almost once a week, like every other week, just out there. It's just the most beautiful track. And then I was there when they were starting to build it for the first U.S. Open that they had. And then I played it from the U.S. Open tips after that. And then, of course, they played, I think, the PGA Championship there, and now the Ryder Cup. I mean, it's on. I love it. It's just it's in my top 3 favorite courses on the planet. And I'm lucky to say I played a lot of courses. So
that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear. When you said that, I was like, ooh, I wonder if he knows. That's awesome. And it is. It's really incredible and challenging, which goes to show that you must be a very good golfer. Because if you love it that much, you're obviously good. Cameron, we play a little game sometimes with our celebs. Okay. And the game is, it's because we're Long Island, right? So it's either, if you like it, it's how you doing. That means you're a fan. How you doing? Okay. And if you don't like it, it's forget about it. Okay. Okay. So it's either how you doing or forget about it. So I'll start, and then Sharon will play. And these are all holiday themed in honor of you. Eggnog.
Forget about it.
Okay, Secret Santa gift exchange.
How you doing?
Yeah, there it is.
Here's a good one. Real life soap drama at the holiday party.
Forget about it.
What? Really? I'm like, how you doing?
Right, exactly. Okay, watching holiday movies outside of the holiday season.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I know. And lastly, and you don't have to admit if you've ever done this, but re-gifting a holiday gift.
That's I mean, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's so fun talking to you, and I love, because I think UBS Arena started this Christmas event last year for the first time and sort of tested it out, and having the Great American Family come in as the key sponsor and participant of this is so exciting and just really takes it to the next level. So can you just tell us one more time when you're going to be out there kicking it off, and anything else you want us to know about the event?
You got it. November 22nd in the evening. Candace Cameron Bure, Danica McKellar, Trevor Donovan, myself, and a lot of people from Great American Family. Some of the New York Islanders are going to be out there skating. So it kicks off Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and runs through December. Every weekend, we're going to have different stars from Great American Family kind of showing up, or just about every weekend, depending on what movies are coming up on the channel. It's going to be very immersive. It's going to be very integrated. You're going to love it. It's all things Christmas. Come out and say hi and share your Christmas world, your stories with us, and we'll do the same. It's going to be fantastic.
Well, thank you so much. That's awesome. We are going to be tuning in to the Great American Family for those incredible holiday movies, and I am a new General Hospital fan. I used to watch it back in the day. You just got me back, okay? I'm going to tune in. I need to see it. And listen, No one. I'm gonna love to hate your character. I'm just gonna love it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cameron.
Thank you so
Thanks, guys.
Sharon, how was that for you?
much. Fantastic.
Feeling the looks a little hot.
This is hot with that fireplace on.
I know. Woo. Tell you what, I'm looking forward to going to the Great American Family UBS Christmas event.
Festival.
Yeah, which I was looking forward to before that interview, but even more so now. And I'm seriously into what he was talking about in the General Hospital.
That's awesome.
I love this salacious storyline.
I know. And I'm going to all of a sudden ice skate, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Why not?
I skate
I'm ready for it.
my way right up to get an autograph.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. We should do it. We should go together because anyway, but it's also so many wonderful activities for families and all the information is going to be on our website on discoverlongisland.com. If you want any information about that, incredible. And it goes on for 6 weeks. So Sharon, including the UBS Arena, there are so many other events taking place, particularly on the East End, brought to you by East End Getaway.
Yes, like this weekend on the East End, Thursday, the 21st, Coco Montoya and Ronnie Baker Brooks at the Suffolk from 8 to 10 p.m. And Friday, the 22nd, is Moondance, the ultimate Van Morrison tribute at the Suffolk from 8 to 10 p.m. I need to go to this. I love Van Morrison.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would not have pegged that.
Yeah. He was These Are the Days is my wedding song.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's a good
Oh,
one.
my God. You have to go.
I have to go. Rock and roll doesn't get any better than Van Morrison. Like, here we go. Saturday, the 23rd, Farmers Market at the Village Green from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay. Those sound like really fun events going on in a variety of them. And we want to once again thank you, our sponsor, eastendgetaway.com. And for more events happening on the East End, make sure you check out eastendgetaway.com. But speaking of the East End, Sharon, we've been getting a lot of like global notice and press in Greenport and Port Jeff. We're just listed in Travel Mag as the most charming towns and villages in New York.
So
which
cool.
It's like Sharon and I have been telling you.
Right.
It reminds me of that News 12 commercial. We've been telling yous for years.
For years.
You don't call those other guys.
You call these guys.
Call these guys.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And we've been saying this forever, and it's no surprise to us. In the know.
In the know. And then also, you know what's happening? Jones Beach Magic of Lights opens this Friday.
That's how you know it's Christmas.
I can't wait.
That's how you know. That is the greatest thing. And the cool thing about it is you can sit in your car and drive through, and it's so beautiful. And they change it up every year.
And they do change it. I think they theme it sometimes. Like last year, it was like Barbie themed sometimes. Or they'll have like different segments that are completely themed, which is so cute. My kids love it. They still love it.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an icon. It's a staple.
It's a fun night.
I love it. When I was driving back from the airport a couple weeks ago, they were setting it up, and I was like, "Ooh,
it's happening!"
So excited. And then also, we're also always telling you about the wineries, and 2 East End wineries received state awards. Which ones are they, Sharon? Oh yeah, Macari and Bedell Cellars, 2 esteemed wineries, won New York Wine and Grape Unity Awards.
Oh, so cool!
I feel like we haven't had some Long Island wine in a while,
right?
As Mariah Carey would say, it's time. Okay, so there's so much going on with the holidays, and I'm excited. But real quick, any other celebrity?
I don't know if this is necessarily celebrity, but I have a small announcement to make.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
I applied to be on Wheel of Fortune.
I'm sorry?
I can't wait to hear back.
I'm sorry?
Yep.
No, I need more than that. I'm going to need more information.
So I've been watching it, right? Have you been watching it?
Of course. I'm obsessed
Ryan.
with it. I love it.
I love him. I'm here for it. And I, of course, love Vanna. So, like, they've been after every episode, they say, if you want to be a contestant.
Yeah.
So I applied.
Where is it? In LA?
I don't know. You just, like, fill out a questionnaire.
You just, out of the blue.
I'm so excited.
Decided to be a contestant on Wheel of Fortune.
Because I could totally do it. Because every night I'm like spitting it out. I get so mad when they get it wrong.
Oh my God. Did you see the one that went viral recently?
Yes, I was going to ask you, did you see it? Because that was, the man literally, it was one letter. And it was definitely not K. And all he kept on yelling out was K.
I'm talking about a different one where it said something like, hold your applause was the puzzle.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'd like to solve taste the sausage.
Yeah, plate of sausage.
And you're like,
that was the episode.
What?
If you go into that TikTok, there was 4 different puzzles that he could not solve, and he just kept saying, like, kept calling out K for some reason, and like obviously there's no K in this phrase or whatever.
I'm like,
it was like
the plate of sausage.
it was
You're like,
hold. It
what?
was give yourself a round of applause, but he said give yourself a plate of sausage.
Like, what? Who says that? I'm
says
loving
that?
Ryan.
Can
we like vote or something? How do we get you? How do we make this happen?
I'll let you know.
Michael, you know how.
It's a lottery. So may the odds be ever in your favor.
Thank you. I go in tribute.
Can you apply more than one time?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my God.
Well, Dan could probably apply.
Yeah.
But then he would
But
be
then
him.
he would probably have to go. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do like multiple emails.
Love
Do your
that.
work email, your personal email.
That's funny.
I'm
do everything.
stunned.
I
did not expect you to say that, Sharon. I'm not going to lie. Wow. I can't, this needs to happen. I'm going to be so here for this.
Right? Except part of the questionnaire is like, are you a teacher? No. Are you a veteran? No.
Oh, here we go.
Because they love the teachers and vets, you know,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
But
I heard-
I'm just little old me.
Do you see
wanting to be on
the other day, this
Wheel
guy,
of
you know, they
Fortune.
tell your little fun fact about yourself.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
And he was like, he talked for like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan kept making a joke like, I'm just going to pull up a chair.
Yeah.
For
I
your
love
fun.
when like he's like they kept getting like the bankruptcy like over and over and he just like laid down on the thing. It was so cute.
He's doing a great job.
He
I
is.
love it.
And
I love it.
Vanna.
Hey, speaking of our interview with Cameron Mathison,
Yes.
People Magazine just named their sexiest man alive.
I am here for it.
Did Cameron Mathison throw his name in that hat?
I don't know why he didn't.
Exactly. No, but I love it.
John
John
Krasinski.
Krasinski.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And we were talking about this the other day, me and the younger girls here in the office. And they're like, really, why John Krasinski? I'm like, because why not?
Oh, he's,
You know?
because you know what? He's not only very attractive,
I think so.
but he's super smart and talented and very cute and devoted to Emily. What's her name? Or his wife? She's so cute.
Yeah,
Emily
she's
Blunt.
so cute.
Emily Blunt.
They're adorable.
You know, being attractive is more than just looks.
Right.
It's really a whole package, and he's got
Yes.
the whole package.
He does have the whole, and that's how you get it. And we were talking about it. Like she was saying something about it in his prime days or whatever. I'm like, he is in his prime now. He's now the sexiest man. But who was it? Patrick Dempsey was last year's.
Oh.
And I love some Patrick
Oh,
Dempsey.
St. McDreamy.
Oh my gosh.
Never gets old.
And like she was saying, that's what she was saying about being in his prime. I'm like, he is in his prime.
Yeah. So congratulations to John Krasinski. Also wanted to let you, did you hear about the Mattel Wicked dolls?
No.
Apparently they had to apologize. Michael's looking at me like, don't say this. Don't bring this up, Kristen. But the Mattel Wicked dolls, I'll keep it
He's
low key,
cringing.
Michael. Apparently they had the wrong website on the packaging that goes to an X-rated site
Oh God.
on accident. A little typo. So they had to like apologize to all the people that bought those dolls.
But I don't
and went to
understand. Why would you go to the website?
listen, I don't know. That's probably what they were thinking. No one's going to go to this website. No one's paying attention.
Right, right.
But listen, proofreading, we
As
talk about it
always,
all the
yes.
time. It matters. Real quick, I also wanted to ask Michael, Megan Fox is pregnant?
Yeah, I feel like there was no like announcement.
There was an announcement.
Oh, it
and what I
was.
wanted to ask you about, my opinion, and you'll have to go back and look at it. She looks exactly like Kim K in her announcement. She's like,
Oh.
she's covered in black tar and she's like naked.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
I thought I thought I did a double take. I thought it was Kim K. I was like, Michael's not going to be happy about this. Someone's trying to like Kim
Who
K.
was the baby daddy?
MGK.
Yeah, Megan Kelly. What's his name? Foxgun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. Does anybody care? Good for them, though. Congratulations. I think she's had a tough time or something. So congratulations
Yes,
to them
yes,
for having a baby
congratulations.
and welcoming that. Lastly, real quick before we go, Michael, I got to talk to you.
I called it.
News.
Michael called it.
Bachelor.
Golden Bachelor's over, and it's chalk. Okay, which but
He
Guy
did.
was number 2. Guy was the second one. It was down to 2.
Okay.
And Tegan and I were like fully screaming at the television last night when it was going on. But you know what? Then, and all their kids are in the audience, and then Guy came out and he was so sweet. But then she came out now that they've been together for a while, her and Chalk. And you know what? Michael's right. You can just see it. They're a good fit.
So he accepted?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he proposed to her, actually. But
That's
he was
what I was
the last
wondering
one.
at the end. Like,
At
who
the
proposes?
end, yeah, the guys propose. But they're so happy and in love, and it's really cute.
So they all propose? So they all
They're
propose to her?
supposed to, right? Isn't it supposed to?
It
This one
comes
was
down to
different.
2.
Okay.
You narrow it down to 2.
Okay.
And then usually they come to the final rose and they propose, and then she either says yes or no. But what she did, and I thought she handled herself with such class and grace this entire time. I'm a huge Joan fan. No fantasy suites.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, they talked off camera, but there was no, she made it clear.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was narrowed down to 2. And then Chalk met her kids and they all loved him, and it felt so right. And so the next day, Guy was supposed to come and meet the kids and then have the whole date. And she went to his overwater bungalow in Bora Bora, which, by the way, don't cry for them. And she said, "Listen, my heart's just somewhere else, and I'm not even going to put you through meeting my kids." And she didn't want to put her kids through that either.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
She knew.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "So I'm really sorry, and I just love you so much in a different way, but my heart's somewhere else, and I'm not going to put you through that."
Right.
So
Aw.
didn't have him go through any of that.
Good.
Just totally a true beauty inside and out.
Aw,
We're
good.
totally Team Joan.
Good.
Maybe Guy will be the next Golden Bachelor.
Isn't it always
It's
that
going to
way?
be, what's his name?
The dad, the girl's dad.
the
Yeah.
girl's
Mark,
dad.
was it Mark?
Mark, yep.
Yeah, well, yeah. Michael knows the stuff. So Golden Bachelor is over, which I'm really bummed about, but watching Love is Blind now,
Getting
which I'm
sucked
here
in.
for. And you know what? And then it's holiday Christmas movie time.
Yes.
And it's going to be like white noise
Yes.
on my television,
Yes.
which we all need, that wonderful feel-good romance.
I
so
love it.
Get out there, go see all these wonderful things that Sharon and I are telling you about. Make sure you tune in on YouTube to see this beautiful lobster from Limani Grille, and follow our blogs and all of our events on discoverlongisland.com.
And we'll see you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island, thanks to our generous sponsor, Sands New York. Visit sandsnewyork.com for more information. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and X. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.